wonder, and this time I fear there's no one to save me. This all or nothing really got a way of driving me crazy. I need somebody to know, somebody to have, somebody to hold. It's easy to say, but it's never the same. I guess I really love the way you numb down the pain. Now I'm the deadliest into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all. I let my was getting kinda used to being someone you love.
Collective energy reading. Please only take what resonates. Always leave the rest for the best. Don't stress. Those daydreams turn to nightfalls. You could have been this person somebody loved. They're getting that higher clarity. You've pulled the rug. They've gone through it all. They're now looking and walking with that love, that higher clarity. That's when you can see the passion, and you're moving with that growth, and you've had to balance those emotions. That's when you're moving like this Knight of Pentacle. They could be looking at that Knight, even of all those tales. They could have so many words to be speaking, to be saying about when they was traveling. You could be traveling with thoughts, traveling with feelings, traveling with emotions. That's when you're at that Malakoff, and you can see that kingdom. It's all to be revealed. You could be a reveler, and there's an opportunity for you to travel, for you, or even working in business. You might even be attending conventions, training that will enhance your skills. Here is a point, even a unity. You could be uniting with others in that oneness, that skill to keep growing, grinding, connecting. That's when you're moving forward with love. You can see when you've got that bus and you're bussing, you could be bussing. People's got a social awareness of you. They can see when you're achieving these goals and you're attaining on what you're dining. You could be dining, fine dining. Even when you've got these inventions, and you could be moving creative invention skills. You could be learning other people to obtain, training, aiming. And that's that ill. Certain people, when they're ill and you're releasing, healing, letting go. You're like this rabbit. You've got that cleverness. You have been going through the difficult times. You can see it's that time to think outside that box. You have to find it's that paradox, that chimp paradox. Look at it from different perspectives. Higher awareness, clarity. You can see it from that bird's eye view. That's when you're transforming, changing, that metamorphosis, and you have to be that true butterfly. That's yourself, and you're just rumbling. You can see when you got these reminders, and you have to mind things within your mind. You connect to your heart. It's like that 9, yes, shoot. And you're connecting, it's that foundation. You could even be a life path number 9 and looking at you're a hermit. You could be seeing Virgo energy, connecting, caring, nurturing, providing, connecting to that oneness with the divine, and you've got to accept shit you can't change. You're moving, releasing, letting go. That's when you see how you've got the creative skills and your projects lapse, and you're moving. You can see the things that seep in, information, it's wisdom, maybe to be able to pick you back up again. And you're moving with love. You can see that intimacy issues, other people who have this intimacy issues not connected to the heart, those emotions, flight and detached, all because of their own insecurities, what they hold 3. That's when you can see when you think in your mind you're not communicating effectively. Who was communicating to you? You're bridging those gaps. And you can see it's that most part to your inner self, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo, and it's where you speak. You got that mental mind. Even when you're learning and you're going creative, partying out, socializing, who you socializing with? Are you meeting new people? Are they enabling you to grow? When you're looking and it's revealing, and you got that lever, it's your push and pull effect, what you're providing. She craves fire, yet fears that burn. Intimacy warms, even scorches. You can see the things at the same, because when you got that fire, I burn. You're moving with that passion. You got that creative skill, it's strength, tenacity. You're moving with that fierce mind. You can see he raves, he fears. They could be fearing. You can say he is when they're out, that music. You can see that shadow side of yourself, trying to be able to run from the shadow side aspects. And you have to heal it to reveal it. It's refining, restoring those emotions. You can see even when you got them arms and you got pain in your arm, and you have to see because of the way how you're feeling, and you're not listening to that spirit and those securities. That's when you're connecting to your heart, and it's searching, it scorches. Even when you go to church and you're enabling yourself to move, rush, shares. You're looking and you're moving when you got these family friends. It's the same shit, different cycle. You're transforming with feelings. We're just going to clear this energy and clear the air 5 minutes in, because that's where you have to have that pivotal point, fire, inspiration, and you're looking, that sun, that clarity. Get out of your ego, move with that life force. It's your passion to make positive decisions, evolution through that growth. 555 could be significant. It's that pivotal point when you have to get like that fear, that lack mindset. Look about the choices, who's stressing, who you're acting with. Looking at these contracts, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, where you've gone through that heartache and pain, and it's that endurance. And you can see when you have to achieve and let go of the past, and you've been through it all. You used to be the someone you love. You got that nightfall, and you have to look at those cycles and its endings. It's releasing emotions, and you see you have to ground those thoughts and feelings. Hold that strength, continuously ringing that bell, that spiritual bell, that inner standing, when you're mastering your skills, connecting to that higher clarity, moving, guided by the spirit. That's when you can see you have to be that fool to take that leap. You have to see when you was being called, was you breaking the rules, and it's that wheel of fortune, and you have to move towards your destiny. Do that destiny, and you're moving towards your 10 of Pentacles. That's 10-10, because all the girl them are 10-10, and when you're moving, it's that judgment's taking place, because you can see that 10 of Pentacles, and you're moving that 10 of Cups, and you're listening to that spirit, divinely guided. 7, divinely guided by this spirit, and you're looking at these options. You have to be wise with these options. You have to see about these contracts, the choices, the patterns, the equal choices, what you're doing, if there's going to bridge these gaps. Is there going to be a snake? Are you going to have to release some emotions? You could be identifying, when you have to look back, and it's that karmic cycle. People have got a social awareness of you, and you're moving forward, releasing these emotions. It's that balancing, that duality, when you've got to reflect, have that oneness, listen to your spirit, stand in that high priestess energy, connect to your intuitions. That's when you have to move with love, joy, peace, prosperity, hope, compassion, release, heartache, hurt and pain. When people bring that rug and release it from underneath your feet, from those relationships, and you can see that you've had these many options and they wasn't enabling you to be able to grow. You had to look back, because it was like that 9, and you're looking at all the thoughts and feelings. 12, the emotions. You start understanding who was blocking you. You have to be that fool and take that leap. That's when you got to put yourself in hangman positions. Start looking back, analysing, reflecting. Who, where, what, when. Are you going towards that happiness? Ace of Cups. Someone may see you as a part of that Ace of Cups. You're enabling people to connect with that oneness within yourself. That's when you're at that Thier, your crown. You're moving with that love, that joy embedded within inside of you, that gift from the Most High. You've gone past and looked at those feelings, those emotions. You're connecting to your ancestors, your intuitions, that most fundamental part of oneself, your heart. And you have to look back to these relationships and continuously giving yourself that compassion, yourself that joy, yourself that peace. Those family members, those friends that you had significant others with, even those marriages, you seen the choices, the options. Was they providing you with that love, that joy, or was they causing you stress and conflict to make you keep on going? Hard work and using your imagination. You can see you have to ground yourself and have discipline. Someone may see you grounded, disciplined, moving forward. You may be traveling. Someone could be wanting to be able to travel towards you. Take this all as it resonates, because it's at 10. When you get to that steadfast, hard-working, mainstream. Oh, people may see your hard work. They see that mainstream. And when you're social awareness of you, creative, art, socializing, partying, they can see that prosperity. You're practical. You're balancing that harmony, that left to the right, family, friends. People have got a social awareness of you, your service that you're providing. Even when people are feeling down, dawn could be significant. and the things what dawn on you, those reality, the aspects about your home, your family, your partners, and you're looking back to that routine check, because it's that root that needs to get checked, that most fundamental part. How I feel, what I need, what do I want, who's blocking and stopping me, what kind of hard work do I need to put in, because when you got these insecurities, you have to detach and release. Even when people are being mean. Man in a man in stem, man in stem. Take this all as it resonates, because you have to see it's that time to be seen. Show your talents. That's when you have to be creative, steadfast, organized. Listen to that spirit. Look at your resources, that oneness. I am a child of the Most High. I am my true unique self. I am standing within my power. I am going towards these new beginnings. I am ending these cycles from these family members and friends who are not enabling me to grow. Yeah, I've got to clear myself, those thoughts, balance emotions, be practical, still look back, because they have not, because you ask not, you ask the Most High God to give you that divinely guided inner standing. You can see this could be even a masculine. You have to stand in that masculine energy, because it's about your structures, your goals, and you're moving forward, relating, faith, having that complete trust within you, that divine, that oneness, your spiritual guides, your ancestors. You could be moving, because you can see it's marketing with that love, your creative grounding, earth sign. That's where you could be earning your money. You can see your values, enabling people to look back, right, what are you valuing? What's going to enable you to grow? So, right then, what's that positive thought, and how who was programming your mind to give you that inner standing to be able to overstand, so you could be helping people to gain inspiration, looking at your life path, your purpose. You inner standing, because when you was born, you was here, you set out, and the Most High God made you sign a contract, and you have to start looking back at what your skills. You have to protect yourself when people are being stubborn towards you. You have to look back about the systems and the approaches, even the structures, G-mental, family, friends, who's enabling you to have that inner standing, because you are at great promotion and you're applying different marketing strategies. Even when you're growing, it's business. Even looking back, even that song, if you hear at the beginning, that's somebody that I met and I heard his voice and I thought, oh wow, that's significant. Because that daydreams, it turns to nightfalls. People bring that rug from underneath your feet, but you have to mark yourself and who are you. It's about your territory, your love, your joy. You have to see about when people are bringing out these insecurities. You make that change, like Michael Jackson. You make that change. I'll make a change, because you have to make that spiritual change. It's you being courageous, having courage, wisdom. That's that tenacity, strength, to know better, to do better. When people are trying to cause you stress and conflict and you've got these many options, sometimes you have to sit down, reflect, look back and seek inner standing. You can see, was it a marriage, or is that going to be enabling me to grow? Is that a snake underneath there? Was that one enabling me to get up that ladder, or was that one pulling me back down? Was it enabling me to release these emotions? Am I grounding? Am I listening to the spirit? Am I listening on that true path where I've got that peace, and you're meditating and you're gaining that wisdom? Is it going to be inspiring me to be able to grow with love, change, mind, thoughts, feelings? That's when you get that oneness. And even when you've got these open enemies, they could be looking back towards you now and seeing you as that joy. Watch out. So you may have to watch out when you had these family, friends, and they was blocking you because you was growing. You was moving with that love. Even those lovers and choices that may be coming towards you. Certain people are watching you because you're evolving and you're achieving. They can see you're disciplined. You've got these structures. You've got this ambition. You move with love. 20, you're balancing that love and the emotions. And when you're creating with wisdom, you've got that inner standing. You're looking and you're using your intuitions, because you look at that total opposites. Who caused you stress? Who made you feel happy? What positive options was it? Was it enabling you to grow? Was you in that Libra energy, just balancing and being fair-minded? Is justice going to be coming to be prevailed towards you because it was divinely guided that way? Because you've seen these contracts when people was being vindictive and you had to look, and who was being jealous with love, and those relationships you had to give back to yourself. Get into that Pisces energy. Scorpio, who was blocking, because you're transforming, enabling, and that's a part of determination within inside of you. Because when you've got that determination and you can see that detriment towards yourself, and you can see even like the nation and our people looking and moving with love and compassion, because all you need is love, love. All you need is love. But people are always out there blocking you and stopping you, because you can see the way how your mannerism, you're moving towards these goals, the way how you're working for the things that you're needing. You're not quitting. You're looking because you've got these skills. You're being creative, speaking, enabling people to grow. That's where you're communicating, nurturing oneself, even family members and friends. Start thinking about why, where, what, when. Because when people are consistent, even your sisters, even a tenancy and your tenacity, and you can see when people be conning you, manipulating you with words, you're unlocking these keys. So you're achieving. You just have to keep doing the things that you're doing. Because you see, you've got your hat on. Even when you go to university, you are more than qualified. You're spiritually qualified, emotionally qualified, mentally qualified to the things that's in the unknown. You're listening to that spirit. That's when you've got that omnipresence. And people try to block you, but you knew he or when. And when they was doing certain things, you had that oneness with that divine, because the Most High God showed you. So continue to keep listening to your spirit, guys, because I know how to make you want it. Lesson of love. You can see you made mainstream, may name now people to make that want it. Look within inside of yourself. What do you need? Are you being aggressive? Are you controlling? Are you in that Aries energy manipulating people? Are you in inspiring people to be able to look back at what do I need, how I want it? Are you doing it in a positive way? Because when you're marketing, I don't feel like playing the game. So that game, where that mental game, that emotional game, that insecurity game, that tit for tat game, we're not playing that game. We've got that detachment. So we're enabling people to grow because we're moving with love. And you have to release, let it go, let it pass, have that inspiration. That's when you have to know when you're growing and you're nurturing, moving towards that abundance of love and health and life. And you're looking at that earth sign, you're grounded with that ether. And you have to look and balance in emotions when you're in that hermit. And you're looking at introspection of oneself. You can see who's blocking you in that devil energy mindset. Are you institutionalized? Are you growing? Are you bridging those gaps and connecting? You're looking and you encompass it with the world, and you're seeing that wholeness within inside of you. Destination wedding, beautiful settings. So you could be going to this destination wedding, beautiful settings, partner. You may just look at these options. Roll out with my son, daughter, like we besties, no filters. So they could be rolling out with their son, their daughter, with no filters. Family, friend, you can see, watch out, no filters. Take that all as it resonates, guys. Oh, too many there. You see, the people had these hidden agendas, two-faced, rolling out with the door, hidden agendas, two-faced, this petty queen. Hot girl icon, because you was a hot girl icon, you was that aura. They could have been rolling out with their two daughters, petty faced. When you was going, they went to a destination wedding. Because you're that hot girl, you got that vibes mainstream. You know how to make people want it, that love lesson, that higher clarity, listening to that spirit. That's when even you have to protect yourself from emotions, thoughts and feelings. You're listening. That's when you get that kundalini arising. You've got that throat chakra active and open. That's your inner resources, skills to speak that truth, stand in that power. That's when you see the foundations. Who is manipulating your multiple capacity, like multiple facet. So you got skills, enabling people to have inner standing, to ground yourself. Keep on moving. Don't stop with the answer time, because you go vibe. You're just remixing the room. You've got joy, and you see that default, and you're moving. She lives like a playlist on repeat. So you've got on repeat. People be listening to you, watching you. You can see you're enabling people to grow. You're hardworking. They can see that they're honoring you. Ooh. These people with hidden agendas, family, friends. Manipulating 18 with illusions, 5, and they're manipulating you because they're institutionalized. They could go to church. You can see these Christian mindsets, not listening to their spirit. Family, smiles, hide, sharp, planes, sweet words, cut deep. You can see it's two-faced. Look, petty queens, icon. They want to come out hot girl because you're a hot girl. You can see he be mixing. He more joy, default. It's his fault. He's at fault. So you can be seeing certain people's at fault when they want listening to their spirit. They want being true, standing in their power. When those out socializing, partying, not on that karmic cycle, and you're not listening. And when you can see when you're not achieving those rightful things and who's blocking you, this masculine, feminine, they see when you've got a public image, how you're moving. When people make you feel down, you have to look back and look what you're mastering, crafting. You see that indirect causes when people was trying to systematically approach you to block you. You see, you have to move it with love. Smiles, eyed, sharp plans, sweet words cut deep every time. That vibe carries agenda. Miles, seals, DIE, harp, posh, lands, plans, sands. So they could be all hardened, harsh people, these plans, when people got these plans to block you, stop you, so you're not unable to move forward, so you're giving you not positive options, so you're not making that right choice, so you stress and conflict, not listening to that spirit. That's when you're trying to block you from not moving towards your victory, because you're a hot girl icon. These people be rolling out with their kids. You see, it's a commitment call. Pick up or hang up. This call is loud. One, courage dares you to answer. When you listen to that spirit, connecting that oneness, that's when you see that self-mastery. And you have to master your own skills. 7, that's when it's that pivotal moment. And you have to look at yourself. It's that point in that process when you're looking and listening, and you get into that 8, transforming and changing, moving with that love, connecting your inner standing, that divine, that oneness, listening to the spiritual guides. 11, your ancestors, divinely guided, mastering your craft. That's when you're evolving and you're listening, and you can see who was progressing. It's that sudden change when people you have to detach, because they was flight detached from emotions. Family, friends. You can see when you was determined to move because you had this limitless potential. People were trying to block you and stop you. I'm too laid back to be fake. Real out here. So you're too laid back to be fake. Even when you've got this heartache, hurt and pain, you have to look, because you've seen it's that termination, Taurus, that ball, it's that energy. When people are being stubborn, trying to obtain power over you and program you, you're just stubborn yourself. You know, you stand, you speak within your truth. You see that total opposites from other people when they're aggressive and they're not grounding and they're in that mundane plot and they're being controlling in their ego. They're not enabling you to grow. They're just stuck in that Saturn energy. You can see they didn't have discipline. You had to have that structures. You know, when people's trying to limit you with their lies and the limitations, you have to see the situations. And when you're moving towards that limelight, you're not a limelight chick. You can see when people can't program you. You have to look back. Even when you're seeing when it was happening and who was happening and why it was happening and where it was happening. You have to see when people's trying to make you feel insecure. You stayed steadfast, organized, real, tell them about their self. Indigenous, from land extinguishing far early times, of colonists, different cultures. You see in family, it was embedded within inside of you to encompass those systematic approaches. When to get into hermit, listen, acknowledge, gain wisdom, higher clarity, connect to the divine. That's that higher education, releasing. It was healing. You knew love was the answer, because you had to realize you can't hide. They all know your name, your face, so you can't hide. People going mainstream, Lady Brown and Marcus out here in these streets, they all know your name, they know your face. And here, there's a heart that's breaking down. This long distance line tonight. I ain't missing you at all since you've been gone away. I ain't missing you. Please go listen. So, this is it, Tina, missing you. Every time I think of you, always count my breath, and I'm still standing here, and you're miles away. Miles. So you could be miles away from this person. And inwardly, you're looking at why you left, and there's a storm. That's right. It's ringing through my frozen heart tonight. I hear you. None, it's certain circles. They can see they're getting that call, ringing them. It's making them smile, because they're seeing the options now, looking back to the partners, the choices, higher clarity, gain that wisdom. That's that oneness. Who had that grace and mercy to see me through. Now they're looking back at you, because they could see when they was indecisive about those in their name, we wanted to defend themselves now, because they're always looking. That always makes me smile, and it's the amount of divine in that world, so they can see you enabling people to smile. Look at that divine within the world. Just someone I need to know. So you're just somebody that I need to. Somebody woke up. My masculine karmic got pregnant by masculine. His heart's with me. So you woke up your masculine. The karmic could have got pregnant by that masculine. Their heart's with you. Now they're looking back because they're in that stress and conflict. Now they can see the insecurities when there was rebellion against you, and listening now back to that spirit, that oneness. They may see you as that high priestess. They was balancing karma. 2017, you can see that higher clarity. They was rebelling, not listening to that spirit. Now they can see you going to that new beginning. They may want to come towards a new beginning towards you, pretending you can't stay. Every king, queen in the dark shines the light. So every king, queen in the dark be shining light. Use the hand while you can. So you using that hand while you can, that spiritual hand of love, compassion, that joy to encompass emotions, enabling people for your cup runneth over. So you're fruitful, pure and divine, because that's a part of your cleverness. Because that's when you have to have that transition, and you know about these boundaries. When people block you, you have to let go, release. You see, when people was hard-working, causing you stress and conflict, you had to look back towards your destiny, make that change. Because you made that change. You see, when people had these illusions and they was blocking you and stopping you, what you was achieving, your goal, you've seen that Saturn, it's returning, your structures, discipline. When people's causing you stress, the dogs come out. It's that transition. And you have to identify, because your space is sacred when these people start chatting shit and coming with the dog in the background. They're overstaying, they're welcome, it's impacting your aura. You can see it's that energy field. You had to master. You had to let go of these endings, go towards that rebirth, even when it was family, friends, parents. Even if you was in that property, you could be having to let go and release, because when I'm possessing, I'm securing. And you can see what you're securing and releasing, a partner. You're moving with that love, because you start understanding they may want to be able to come and redeem. You could be redeeming a new love, determined to be able to come, because they can see that limitless, new beginnings, blood, fire. I got it in my hand, I'm not even looking. So someone could be looking and wanting that new beginnings, because you space, your ace. You can see they could be scared because they was in that fear, that lack mindset, running, flighting, detached, Saturn through their foot bottom, through hell. Or because there was that root chakra. It was that routine check, the root that needed to get checked. When you needed compassion, nurturing, not listening to that spirit who was programming you, mother, father figure. That's when you can see about your values, even how your ethics, how people see you in the world, moving with your job, your skills, your abilities. Keep moving. Keep on moving. Even that day turns to night falls. You go through it all. Even when you used to be that one that somebody loved, you have that determination to love yourself. Give freely, because I can. Helps me feel the light and connected. That love, give freely, determined, because it makes you feel that light. It's compassion. You see, you're that light bearer. You're standing that uprighteous action. You can see when people are trying to give you that breakdown. You have to start thinking and releasing, because you're moving towards that good luck. Past people reaching because you don't pay them mind. Attention seekers. Too diligently in a way. It shows that they care and conscious in their ways. You can see it's that work. It's following that right ways. It's spirit within. To be able to build their arc, their mind, that awakening. That's when you get that inner standing 10 wisdom. And you can see it's that presence to be able to gain, because when people are causing stress, arguments, illusions, confusions, not making that rightful decision, and heartache, hurt and pain, even when doing so, you can see it's continuous work, not procrastinating. It's that promise of hope for even renewal, new beginnings, new, it's gaining even a deep respect towards you. They see your hard work. They can see it's heavy. That's no rest. It's no comfort. It's obtaining rest. It's comfort. You see when it's that need, when you've got to go through that heartache, hurt and pain. Still having compassion. Still showing love. Still standing with your truth. 10. Mastering your craft. That's when you're moving. It's that master number. Enabling you. 33. You're growing with love and wisdom. It's that joy. It's that tenacity and that strength. Even through those challenges. You're conducting, you're removing, or even letting something go from an objective, a person, a situation, things. There's judgment was in fuel. You can see those feelings. Somebody could be feeling that feeling. Take one more. False niceness. Be careful. No emotions involved. What do you need? The gift still now protects you. So you can see the gift still now protect them. What do they need? Let's just get some letters. 39. Oh, gee. GVWN, Gwen. hear a Wayne. Oh shit. We're going to take them. Howl, U, P, Hope, FC. Right, so we got up, full. They could be hopeful. Take this all as it resonates. Gone. U, P, F, C, G, V, W, N, L, U, O, H. You could have won. Take this all as it resonates. Lou. Goal. Y. U. Take this all as it resonates. See the rest for the best, don't stress.